I'm going to make this relatively quick because I already did 2 videos about credit recently. The thing that I think is most important for you to remember is that when you're trying to build up your credit score, you got to remember, even no matter when you build up your credit score, it really doesn't matter because you have to also maintain that credit score. So you may end up having to do things in order to maintain your credit score. Now, I've always showed you that, first of all, you have to have an exceptional payment history. That means you don't miss any payments. Mortgages, car loans, credit cards, you can't miss any payments. Now, I beat that by paying upfront and paying early. So if I charge something today, I'm going to pay it off by 2 or 3 days from now. Current debts basically means that you've paid off all the debts that are on your name. So I paid off my cars. I paid off one of my mortgages. It's like I've paid off all my credit cards. So as you can see, the bottom line is it says it's exceptional. So, that just, it basically, they try to shrink all the information to make it as easy for you to digest as possible. Credit history, it says I'm exceptional. So obviously that means that I've maintained good credit. But the important thing is, and this is why I've tried to tell people, never, ever, ever close cards. If you close cards, you're hurting yourself because the way the game is, they want to see that you've kept lines of credit for long periods of time and that you've maintained those lines of credit. Now, the problem with that is, if you have credit cards that you don't use and you go a year or two without using them, those credit cards most likely will be closed. So the problem is you have to use these cards eventually. So the game is they want to see that you have access to credit, but they also want to see that you don't rely on it and that you only use it as a tool to get a few things that you need, and then you pay the money right back. That's the game. In as few words as possible, that's what the game is. As you can see, it says new credit applications exceptional. Now, I believe you are allowed to make 1 or 2 credit applications a year. So that means 2 hard inquiries on your credit. This year, I'm probably going to screw this up and it's going to go down from exceptional to very good, simply because, as you know, I plan on leasing my Cadillac. Whenever Cadillac brings the goddamn car, I plan on leasing it. I was thinking about financing it, and then I thought about it. I was like, wait a minute. There's a lot of issues that people have been having with electric cars in general. Not to mention gas cars have had software issues. But I was thinking about it. I was like, you know what? If I lease this car, in 2 or 3 years when they bring out that electric Escalade, maybe I can get that electric Escalade and I won't be stuck with a depreciating asset in the Lyric. So basically what I'll probably do is lease the Lyric and get gap insurance to make sure that the trade-in value or the handback value is 100%. So I'm still looking into that. But again, they haven't delivered the car to me yet. So as in I have no car, there's nothing to finance or to lease. So basically all I can do is just keep on waiting. Now, as you see here, types of credit on my score went down to very good. Now, despite the fact that everything else is exceptional, I had lost about 6 or 7 points because one of my credit cards was closed. And it was closed because I wasn't using it. It was my MCU Platinum card. It was closed because I wasn't using it. When they told me it was going to be closed, I tried to go out and start using it, but apparently it was too late. So they ended up closing the card, and that knocked about, $12,000 off my available credit. So what I've done now is I took out 2 brand new credit cards in order to add $25,000 of credit to my name. All right, so this is my Wells Fargo Autograph card. Now, I've already walked you through the reasons why I got it in the last video I did about credit. And the reality is, right now, they're still offering this deal. So basically, if you get the Wells Fargo Autograph card, they give you 1 full year of 0% interest. So that means that if you were to buy whatever you need to buy right now and you don't want to pay interest on it for up to a year, that's what this card is for. So basically, I told you exactly what I was going to do, and I did exactly what I was going to say. I got the Wells Fargo Autograph card. They said if you spend $1,500 within the first 3 months, that you'd get $300 cash back, which is basically $30,000 points, right? So you take off the last two zeros, it comes out to $300. I booked my entire vacation for this summer. That's Bali and Singapore business class, basically per person, $10,000. And I booked it on this card. So that means that if I didn't pay it off immediately, I have, I have 12 months to pay it off so that there's no interest. So that's the Wells Fargo Autograph card. And if you're interested in getting that, you can just go to wellsfargo.com and you can look up the current, current offering. But I think it hasn't changed because I've gotten this card within the last month. So probably hasn't changed at all. You should be able to get exactly the deal that I'm getting. And I'm starting to think that that's probably a really good way to pay for your vacations if you don't want to do it up front with cash, especially if you want to get cash back and you want to get rewards. If you want to get rewards, all you got to do, pay for it on a brand new card that gives you a certain amount of time with 0% interest. As long as you have the cash and you pay it right back, you don't have to worry about paying interest. And then on top of that, you get a lot of points. So that's right there, Wells Fargo Autograph card. Okay, so with that out of the way, today in the mail, I got my newer card. This is the Xbox Mastercard. Now, as I said, I intend to use this for absolutely nothing except for paying for Microsoft services. So every single year, there will be two charges on this card. It will be Xbox Live, and it'll be Microsoft Office. So just those two charges are enough to keep this card open. I thought I was only getting a $1,000 credit limit. Turned out that I got a $10,000 credit limit. So with this card, I can book a whole vacation if necessary, if I really want to. So yeah, there you can see right there. I really thought I was only getting $1,000. Turned out I was getting more than that. I didn't realize it, but I'm very happy to see that it's 10,000 instead of one, because now what I've done is I've basically increased my available credit number. So at this point now I have over $50,000 of available credit, which helps my credit use rate be lower, since I barely ever really use credit except for buying, goods and services from very individual companies or whatever, corporations. And in this case, with 10,000 on this and 15,000 on this Wells Fargo card, I can basically go anywhere I want. And, as long as you do it within certain amounts of time, you pay 0% interest. It's absolutely brilliant what I'm doing. When you understand the credit card game, that's when you really start to boost your score. And you can get yourself points on everything you buy. You can get yourself cash back on everything you buy, and you never pay full price for anything. And that's the name of the game. So there you go. That just came today, brand new, fresh. It doesn't have like the heavy titanium feel or the metal feel of my Apple card. In fact, this card is actually not as heavy as this Wells Fargo Autograph card. This card's actually slightly heavier, even though it's just made of like a second ply of plastic. So they're both made of plastic. I don't think there's metal in this. I don't think so. But if there was, it's a very, very thin amount of it. The Apple card is one of the heavier cards that I have. So that's it. That's all I had to say about credit for the time being.